Hi everyone, it's Jenny from McGuire Kitchen and Bath. Welcome to Project Revamped Victorian. We're excited to give you a tour and show off this beautiful project. We're here in Wakefield. This is an 1895 Victorian that we had the privilege of working in. It has a really beautiful grand foyer, grand staircase, and we are here in the back of the house where the driveway comes around to the back entryway. So this project, we did the kitchen, powder room, and an existing butler's pantry. We did a good amount of structural work and kind of reconfiguring here. This wall where this brick is came across flush, and the powder room was a lot bigger than what it was. So the powder room door was actually over here. It was a really big oversized bathroom for what's needed for kind of a first floor powder room. And then the wall here had the entryway, just a cased opening to the dining room. So it was very kind of boxy, and in the kitchen there wasn't a whole lot of room for a table. So we really wanted to open up both physically and then line of sight from the kitchen into a dining room. And we did a 45-degree angle here to make the powder room smaller, kind of contain that, make it more proportionate. And by pushing the wall back, we were able to gain a little bit of a landing area for our clients here in the kitchen. The layout of the kitchen actually stayed fairly similar. The refrigerator was there, the sink stayed here at the windows. We replaced the windows, but these are the same sizes that they were. The cabinetry, though, previously was kind of a dated like oak cabinet from maybe the 80s or the 90s when this kitchen had last been redone. So we wanted to kind of go bold, make it rich, make it moody, make it feel appropriate for the house, for this Victorian home. So we took those cabinets to the ceiling. We did a nice stacked detail on the cabinetry in this really rich kind of deep blue. This quartz countertop, we did a nice kind of OG edge on the profile to really build up these details. We added some nice corbels to the cabinetry, a light rail to conceal our under cabinet lighting, a little bit of a more decorative door style, some more decorative hardware. So kind of playing up these details, the crown molding that just bring more to the space to kind of make it feel rich and storied. The backsplash is really lovely. We have kind of a crackle beveled tile, so there's dimension to it. There's crackle in that glaze, which is really lovely. And then sprinkling in all of this polished nickel on the hardware, which really just pops on the blue cabinetry. We have our panel dishwasher, so again, we're kind of limiting that stainless steel. And then playing with a couple other rich finishes. The homeowners had a ceiling fan in the kitchen before, and they liked that for air circulation, so we put in a new fixture that kind of felt a little bit more historic. The nice oil rub bronze of this bridge style faucet, which kind of feels more appropriate as well for the Victorian architecture. And then really lovely sconces above the windows to bring in some more task lighting and just layer on those beautiful details. We've got a microwave drawer here in the cabinet or in the island. All of our major appliances sprinkled around the room. And then again, here's that beautiful kind of landing area that we created for our clients so that now you walk in, throw your keys down. And then we come over to our gorgeous powder room where, again, we made this size more proportionate. We did a 45-degree angle to really open this up structurally, buried a beam, flush ceiling. You'd never know that the wall was there before. And then you kind of come into the dining space, but first the powder room. This powder room was so fun to design. We liked the classic kind of basket weave tile on the floor, really beautiful classic looking fixtures, the toilet and the pedestal sink, and then played that up with a nice kind of chrome faucet with the cross handles, and layered on that oil rub bronze from both the mirror and that beautiful sconce. We added some applied molding to the walls, as well as this beautiful wallpaper that just makes the whole room feel really rich and moody, and just such a fun space to be in. And then as we come through the client's dining room, which we painted this really beautiful, rich kind of French Canadian red, into the existing butler's pantry that was here. The original built-in cabinets were here, so we wanted to, put something back that still felt really special, really historic, but the cabinets that were here just needed to go. So we chose a rich, dark stained cherry wood for the cabinetry. And then here we did inset cabinetry. We've got our exposed finial hinges, which are just that nice historic detail, some latch hardware. And then also here with the wallpaper in the space, we put the wallpaper in the back of the cabinets so that it kind of looks like those cabinets could have been built into the wall like the original ones were. This is a wet bar, so we do have a working sink here. We did a beverage fridge here for the client, and we paneled that. So again, another paneled appliance that kind of blends in seamlessly. And just is a really fun spot for having guests mix up a cocktail or pour wine right here adjacent to the dining room. So kitchen, powder room, butler's pantry. This was such a fun project to kind of bring new life to these spaces, but really nod and pay homage to the Victorian architecture. So thank you for following along, Project Revamped Victorian.